Hello dear students, welcome back to this video series. We are talking about types of communication from many lectures now. This is your instructor Dhruvi Bhatt talking about types of communication. In all the previous videos, we understood that there are 4 types of classifications of communication. Firstly, according to levels of communication, we have different levels like extrapersonal communication, interpersonal communication, intrapersonal communication, organizational communication and mass communication. Moving onwards to the second basis of types of communication, we have types of communication based on organizational relationship, which can be formal communication as well as informal communication. Thirdly, based upon the flow of communication, we have types of communication like vertical communication, horizontal communication, diagonal, lateral communication and grapevine communication. Lastly, we were talking about types of communication based on methods of expression. Basically, we have 2 types of communication based on methods of expressions, which are verbal communication and non-verbal communication. We discussed in great lengths about verbal communication in previous video. Obviously, that leaves us with the last type of communication for today, which is non-verbal communication. Students, if verbal communication is communication using words, then non-verbal communication is communication using something but not words. Then using what? Then what are these different things which we can use for communicating? Students, do you ever realize that you can never not communicate? You communicate just by being there, just by nodding my head, I am communicating. Just by scratching my head, I am communicating. By playing with this pointer, I am communicating. You communicate just by being present in the room. You communicate by the way you sit. You communicate by the way you talk. Do you know that communication is only 7% words? Remaining is how you communicate. The tone of your voice, how you speak, comprises of 38% in the communication and the remaining 55% is your body language. How you use your body, how you use your gestures, postures, your facial expressions, your eye movements, etc. to communicate or to gel or to connect with your receiver. That would create a huge impact in your communication. Students, but make sure that your verbal and non-verbal cues must be very much in sync for communication to be successful. For example, if I am telling you, I am very excited today, I am very happy. Do you think that I am really excited? I am very excited today, I am really happy to hear this news. This shows excitement. The same words spoken differently create a different impact. Don't you think so? This is why non-verbal communication is of much importance. But how much ever of importance it is and how much ever advantageous it is, as always, I would say this today for non-verbal communication too, that with pros comes cons. Non-verbal communication is disadvantageous too because it doesn't impart the similar clarity as much as verbal communication. Non-verbal communication can lead to miscommunication if not used correctly. That is why non-verbal communication must be used aptly with correct form of verbal communication. Only if it is used correctly, it can make your communication effective. Otherwise, it would lead to more ineffectiveness. So, use your expressions rightly. Let us see in detail about this non-verbal communication. It is a very important as well as interesting topic here. Let's move forward and try to know that what are different types of non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication is divided into 5 different types: kinesics, proxemics, chronamics, haptics and paralinguistics. Too much to remember? Do not worry, get acquainted with words. We would study each of these in detail here and you would get to know everything easily. Starting firstly with obviously kinesics. Let us try to understand in detail what is meant by kinesics and how you can use it to make your communication more effective. Kinesics is use of your body language for communicating. It includes everything which is part of your body. Use of your hand movements, leg movements, your head movements, your facial expressions, how you sit, how you stand, how you walk, your gait. Everything comprises of kinesics. So, kinesics is divided into many different elements, into many different parts, each of which are very important. This is the study of how humans communicate using their body language and using different organs of their body to make this communication successful. We will study each of the elements of kinesics in detail today. Let us try to know that which are the elements of kinesics. First and foremost, your body language. How your body being held in certain position. This is how your body language defines you. Okay, this is how receiver would be accustomed to you by looking at your body language. I'll give you some examples here to showcase that what are some examples of good or bad body languages. Firstly, if you mimic the person in front of you, it means that you are trying to establish a friendship. Okay, mirroring behavior showcases that you understand the other person and you are trying to establish friendship or a better relationship. Secondly, if you tilt your head towards the receiver, it means that you are interested in this conversation, and if you are going too far away from the receiver of the communication, it means you are not much interested in this part of communication. Okay, if you are constantly touching your nose, this indicates lying. Even if you are constantly blinking your eyes, this too indicates that you are lying. These are some of the ways where you will be caught if you are lying. So before lying, make sure that you keep in check your body language too. Okay, pursed lips is sign of discomfort. This shows that you are not comfortable with something or with the conversation which is going on. Okay, as moving away from the receiver is sign of disinterest, so is raising your eyebrows. If your eyebrows are raised, it means you are not interested in the communication and you are taking this communication for granted. Also, if the person is constantly massaging his head or some arm or some body part, it means that that person is feeling discomfort or pain in that body part. Not by saying a single word, these pictures spoke a million words, didn't they? This is how you can communicate, not by actually talking or not by actually using words. Moving onwards, our second element of kinesics is personal appearance. You would be thinking that, ma'am, we do not need to dress up for an interview, or we do not need to dress up to showcase our intellectual skills. You might be right, you might be wrong, depends upon the interviewer because he is the boss. Students, I would be telling from here that yes, personal appearance is very much important, not only to impress in formal relations but also to impress someone in informal relations, because it is your first impression which you create in front of other person. You must keep in check your personal appearance to make sure that you crack that job. If you are going for an interview, these are some tips which you must follow. You must be neatly dressed, your hair must be properly kept, you must be wearing formal attire, you must be going there with clean shave, with well kept hair, with proper shoes, with proper dress. If you do not follow these things, it may be possible that you land upon the job, but your first impression would not be as good. You would be asking me that, ma'am, if I go in this wonderful attire and with a very clean look and with a well-groomed face, do you guarantee that I'll get that job? No, I do not guarantee that. Yes, your intellectual skills are equally important, your technical skills are equally important, but so is your dress. It creates your first impression as soon as you walk inside that door. You want that first impression to be nice, to be clean, to be tidy. To make this sure, you must be dressed properly. Obviously, you cannot go there in shorts and a sandal. You need to go to a beach in a certain attire, you need to go to a wedding in a certain attire, and that is why you need to go you in a certain attire. This is a must. A must from my side, at least if I am an interviewer. Remaining things depends upon your boss. But students, your personal appearance talk a lot about you. Make sure that you spend time grooming and making sure that your clothes are proper for proper occasion. Moving onwards towards the next element of kinesics, which is posture. Your posture is the method in which you stand. Here we will discuss some of the examples of what some postures show. The slumped posture shows that you are very low in spirits and not very interested or not very energetic for the day. Erect posture on the other side shows high spirits. Thirdly, as I already told you, if a person leans forward while talking, it showcases his or her interest, openness and honesty towards the other person. But on the other hand, if the person is leaning backwards, it shows that the person is not truthful or disinterested in this type of communication. Also, crossed arms shows that the person is defensive or not ready to listen. But open arms shows the person's openness to new information, to new ideologies, to new concepts and willingness actually to listen. Moving on towards the next element of kinesics, which is gesture. Gesture is how you use your hands or your head to showcase or give some information. There are different types of hand gestures which are used by us in our daily lives. The first type of hand gesture is enumerative gestures, where you showcase the number using your hand signals. You can showcase different numbers, at least up to 10, using your two hands. Moving forward, the next type of gesture is locative gesture, where you showcase a certain location pointing at that particular location. That is a locative gesture. Third type of gesture is descriptive gesture. In descriptive gesture, you are describing the size of some objects. It is this small, it is this large or whatever. You can describe a particular object using descriptive gesture. Using symbolic gesture, yes, it showcases some symbols, V for victory, this is for love, and others using your hands, where you use these gestures to symbolize some things. Okay. Last but not the least, we have emphatic gestures to emphasize a point. Here, to emphasize yes and no, we have different gestures. What does this mean? Okay, so you can emphasize a certain point using your hand gestures, and that type of gestures are known as emphatic gestures. Moving onwards to the next element of kinesics, which is your facial expressions. Your faces speak a lot. And while you are discussing or speaking something, your facial expressions can give you away. If you are confident enough, it will reflect on your face. If you are very much depressed or sad, that too will reflect on your face. Faces are actually mirrors of our feelings, and that is why they speak a lot and they express a lot. It is in your hands to use these facial expressions in your advantage while you are communicating, because your facial expressions can make your point, your verbal point, more stronger and put it across very nicely. Basically, there are 6 major types of facial expressions comprising of happiness, sadness, disgust, etc. Others can be a combination of these 6, and we have a neutral facial expression, which I do not know how to do. But yes, it is there. Okay, these are facial expressions. Moving towards the last element of kinesics, which is eye contact. It is well said that eyes are the mirrors to your soul. Okay, students, you can see into someone else's soul through the window of their eyes. Actually, eye contact is a definite and very crucial part in communication, because the proper eye contact showcases your sincerity in this particular communication. It showcases your involvement in this particular communication. When you are seeing the other person in eye, it shows your interest in that person's communication, and it would make them feel comfortable talking to you. So, eye contact is very beneficial, but make sure that prolonged eye contact while not speaking to other person might lead to something fishy. Do not do that. When you are making public speeches, make sure that you look at everyone in the audiences just a glance and you try to connect with each one of them using your eye contact. It is a very good tool to connect to your audiences. Use it wisely and you are good to go. Those were the elements of kinesics. We will discuss about other non-verbal communication in our next lecture. Until then, this is Dhruvidat signing off. Thank you so much for such patiently listening to me. Bye until next time.